I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. I was just setting some settings here. This is People of the State of Michigan versus Gregory Gray, docket number 20-876FH. And Mr. Gray, I have a current address for you if you were not in the jail on Larch Street. Is that good or no?
Here in Lansing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
that?
Yeah. I believe that's correct, but I'm not 100% positive because, I don't want to give you no false.
Is that VOA? Is that VOA? Yeah, okay, it's good then. And how far did you go in school?
I went, I got my GED from high school,
Okay,
12th
very
grade.
good. Very good. Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Gray, you have the right to an attorney. You are represented today by Mr. Abbott. And Mr. Abbott, this is a plea to count 1, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you'll waive reading of counts 2 and 3.
Yes, thank you.
Ms. Allen, would you read count 1, please?
In the People of the State of Michigan versus Gregory Gray, file 20-876-FH, State of Michigan, County of Ingham. In the name of the people of the State of Michigan, the prosecuting attorney for this county appears before the court and informs the court that on or about October 24th, 2020, at 111 East Michigan and 104 South Washington Square, City of Lansing, Ingham County, the defendant did in count 1 commit the offense of breaking and entering a building with intent, that he did break and enter a restaurant located at 111 East Michigan Avenue with the intent to commit the crime of larceny therein, contrary to Michigan law. This is a felony punishable by up to 10 years and was committed against the peace and dignity of the state of Michigan.
So, Mr. Gray, you're being charged here with what's known as breaking and entering a building. That is a felony punishable by up to 10 years in prison. Have you had enough time to talk about this charge with your lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand the charge against you?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about what we're doing today?
About me being honest with myself, being honest with the court officials. No, I understand.
You don't have any questions?
No, not right now.
Okay, and how do you want to plead?
I'd like to plead, for justice, and I'd like to plead guilty to breaking and entering this time.
Okay. Now, as I said, this is punishable by up to 10 years in prison. Are you on parole, Mr. Gray?
I was up until I got released on parole on August the 6th. I don't know the status of it, but yes.
Okay, so you just need to know that if you were on parole and you're serving your parole sentence when this happened, that the sentence would be consecutive to your parole sentence. If your plea of guilty is accepted by this court, it means you won't have a trial of any kind, and you'll be giving up the rights that go along with a trial. That includes right to a trial by jury, or if you didn't want trial by jury, trial by judge. Also, the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, the right to require the prosecutor to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, the right to have the witnesses against you appear at the trial and to be able to cross-examine them, the right to have this court order any witnesses that you might have to appear at the trial, the right to remain silent at the trial if you wanted to and not to have your silence used against you, or in the alternative, the right to testify at the trial if you wanted to testify. Also, there's a couple of things that are different about appealing when you plead guilty. The first one is you don't get an automatic right to appeal. You have to ask the higher court to hear your case. They would have to agree to hear it. And the other thing is that there are a lot of issues that are not appealable when you plead guilty that would have been appealable if you went to trial and got convicted. Do you understand those rights, Mr.
Yes,
Gray?
Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you also need to know then you're also not able, when you plead guilty, to come back later on and try to say that the plea was the result of some promise or threat that no one told me about today. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
It also means you cannot come back later on and try to say that it really wasn't your own choice to plead guilty today. Do you understand that?
I understand, but I did have a concern on one of the issues you talked about. That was me going to a higher court, in the future. I'm saying, I'm trying to say that, right now I have no plans on an appeal for decisions that's made today. So I'm not planning on going to a higher court.
Okay, you just need to understand that everybody who pleads guilty, that's everybody, not just you, everybody who pleads guilty, they don't get an automatic right to go to the higher court. You can still go to them, but you have to ask them to hear your case, and they would have to see something in it that made them agree to hear it. Does that clarify it for you?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a plea agreement, Ms. Allen?
There is, Your Honor. In exchange for the defendant's successful plea sentence to count 1, the people agreed to dismiss count 2, count 3, and the habitual offender notice.
And Mr. Abbott, is that a full and complete statement?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Gray, was that your understanding of the agreement also?
Yes.
Do you
Yes,
agree
Your
with
Honor.
this? And you agree
Yes,
with
Your
it?
Honor. Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Now, right now, I don't know what your sentence will be, and I haven't made any deals with anyone about your sentence. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything else in order to get you to plead guilty that hasn't been said right here and now?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone used any threats to get you to do it?
No, Your Honor.
Is this your own choice?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty because you believe you are guilty?
That's correct. Yes.
All right then, Mr. Gray, let's talk about the date of October 24th of this year. And this is about count 1. So it has something to do with a restaurant. Tell me what you did with this restaurant.
To my memory, I've been drinking, I've had time to sit down and think about it. I haven't really written any notes. I haven't planned on coming in here and making no false statement against myself by lying to you.
Did you go into the restaurant?
Yeah, I used some, yes, yes.
How did you get in?
I think I used either some hedge clippers that they clip hedges with, or a hammer to pry the door. It was one or two. Yeah.
Okay. And what were you going to do inside?
I was looking for like some type of tip where they put tips in, because I was trying to get me some transportation money to get on the Greyhound bus. And
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
So you were going to steal something inside to help you use the bus?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you have any permission to be in that building?
No, Your Honor.
And did you actually get inside?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
And that was on Michigan Avenue in Lansing, Ingham County, is that correct?
Yeah, that I do know is correct. Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Thank you. Has the court complied with MCR 6.302, Ms. Allen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Abbott?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Are you aware of any promises, threats, or inducements other than those already placed on the record, Ms. Allen?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Abbott?
No, Your Honor.
The court finds the plea is understandingly and voluntarily made without undue influence, threats, or promises of leniency. It is an accurate plea. It's supported by the testimony. The plea is accepted. And Mr. Abbott, I have a sentencing date of Monday, February 8 at 3:30. Is that
Okay,
okay for you? Okay. Mr. Gray, I know maybe you haven't had a chance to talk to your lawyer about this, but right now, do you think it's okay with you if we do the sentencing by the same way we did this plea? In other words, you stay in the jail instead of coming here to the courthouse?
I agree to this type of setting, yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Then I'll see you back here on Zoom on the 8th of February. And you should just know, Mr. Gray, that someone from the probation department is going to contact you and do an interview with you. It's really important because it's for the report that I'll use for sentencing. So unless you have any questions for me or Mr. Abbott, you are all set. You can tell them at the jail that you're all done.
Thank you, Your Honor, for your time.
You're welcome.